Good morning, everyone. I am out here. We had a really large, um, a strong rainstorm. So I'm out here this morning, seeing what all needs to be done, making sure that nothing got too damaged. And I figured I would bring you along. Let's look at this is side two of the yard. This is the side that normally, because there's a little more shade and stuff, I don't stress this area as much. This is also the side that don't have as many things. Still a lot, but not as many as side one. Let me show you. So we have the squash. So I'm checking on this stuff. I think I'm also be doing a harvest as I do it. These all look good. Of course, we're checking for squash bug eggs. So I look under the leaves. But so far, we've been okay. I have found a couple of squash bug eggs and vine borer eggs, and I have been nicely taking them out. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing this morning. I'm checking on the tomatoes. Checking on the tomatoes. This one right here, this one right here has split on me because we got rain twice. It had split. So because tomatoes normally heal pretty well, let me back you up a little bit. Because tomatoes do heal pretty well. All I did was take it back up and just leave it to itself and just try to make it to where, see, right in here, can y'all see that? Right in here is where it split. And basically what it did was this, when the rain knocked it over. I do have two things in here to try to hold it together, but I also clipped it onto here and here so they won't separate again. It has started healing, so I won't trouble it. I'll probably clean up in here, so those will be okay. Actually, hold on, let me do that. Hold on. Okay, so I got me some clips, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clip. Now this is aroma, so I feel like I'll be okay. And all I'm really doing is, because this split, I don't want to stress it too much. And I know people are like, well, you're stressing it by cutting it. But what I don't want is the weight of the lower leaves. Let me see if I can lower you guys down some. That might be better. The weight of these leaves to pull it down, you know. So we have a couple of nice branches in here. And I still want it to do what it needs to do. But also I want it to get some good airflow. So I'm going to clean some of these out just as well. And I also do this so I can see really what's going on, because it is still wet. I think I'm gonna get one of those, I have like the Velcro type thing that you could tape stuff together. I think I might use the Velcro maybe to tighten it up and pin it together, maybe to hold it together a little more. I'm gonna take a look at this right here and see if it's anything that if this Roma has anything ready. Now these are the things. These are the tomato cages, but they don't do the greatest job when it comes to the indeterminate. And I believe the Roma is considered an indeterminate. I've had my Romas get very large, and then I've had some Romas not get as large. This one seems to be getting very large, and that's okay. I'll support it as it needs it. It's just a little more work, like right here. I feel like, can you see this? No, you can't see it. Hold on. Okay, let's see. See this one right in here? I feel like I want it to lift it up. So I'll probably take another stick and like lift it up here. You can't see because now I'm in the way. Okay, lift it up about right in here. And these mosquitoes. So it won't droop so much down here, which is also putting more weight on it. Okay, we got the apples. Apples are looking good. Apples are looking good. I don't do nothing to them at this point. And with all the rain, I don't need to water anything. I mean, they seem to be getting larger. So, first time, so I don't really know what to do. I have my wagon just in case I need to pull harvest. Which I think I will start pulling some of these harvests. Just gonna pull some of these. I guess I can face it this way for now. Because I'm in this bed right here. And this bed right here. And it looks like these potatoes is about done. They're getting real yellow. They haven't died back completely. These right here. They haven't died back completely. But they're pretty yellow. And I am a little curious because in my other potatoes, I had all those grubs. So I wonder, am I all grubbed out over here? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these onions, clear out this bed. Just because at this point, and it's funny because I got a potato here just as well. That's probably what I'm thinking is here's a garlic. And I've had some really nice sized garlic. But what I was saying is I compost in place, and sometimes when I compost in place, it could be little potatoes and stuff, and I leave them, and this is what you get. I feel like these onions should be about done. Like I said, they're not getting the biggest bulbs, but again, I have some that are doing really well, and I have really big bulbs on them, so I'm not tripping. What I plan on doing in here is probably, because of the material type beds, I'll probably fill this up more with soil because it's fairly low. And I haven't yet decided what I want to put in this bed. Look at this one. This started bubbling. It's nice. It's nice. Again, from my onions and my bell peppers and my garlic, I make powders just as well as freeze. Another nice little bulb. I freeze them. I make powders. I keep some fresh. Another nice. I got some in, so I have a couple different ones in different areas because I'm trying to figure out where is the best way to cure them. I have some in the greenhouse. Okay, so I have two greenhouses. We're going to say the old greenhouse and the new greenhouse. I have some in the old greenhouse. I have most of them in the old greenhouse. I have just a couple in the new greenhouse. And I also have a couple in the she shed. And again, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to cure them because it's hot. It gets really hot and humid, but I also know that they need a good airflow just as well to cure them pretty well. So I'm just trying to see. Once I figure it out, then I know what I need to be doing. These look like they're still okay. This one looks like it needs to come out. Another little onion. Look over here. Can y'all see that? I have a potato in this bed. Let me see if y'all can see it right here. Yeah, I have a potato and then this big old onion that I'm gonna pull. And what's been happening, look at that nice size onion, y'all. But what's been happening, I'm being very gentle when I scrape this because again, it's so wet. But a lot of the bugs been eating my onions from the bottom through because I've been leaving them too long. So I know we're supposed to get some more rain. So because we've been getting some more rain, I don't want these to continue to get wet. This is a potato. I'm gonna pull it up, but I also see a lot of ants. Look, y'all. I'll take it. I will take it. Now let me show you, son. You see these little potatoes right here? These little, let me see, like this little one right here. Those be the ones that I throw back in the soil. And those be the ones that pop up, new growth, later in the year. So I'm just gonna take it and put it right in here with the onions. This one I had put in, that potato set I put that in January. So you know what? I might need to find my, I need to get a scoop because I'm looking around, because if I planted this in January, it may have other potatoes inside here, and that was just what was left on the vine, on the stem. I pulled, and I also pulled potatoes out of most of my beds, but I also restarted potatoes in this one right here. This big one I put potatoes in because I'm hoping to, remember I told you I really want to get excuse me, I really want to get a lot of potatoes so I can do french fries and stuff for the kids without having to always buy it. All these beds had onions and garlics in it, and I pulled most of them. And I feel like with pulling most of them, one, I can now see more of the beds, and it's less fighting for food. So as I'm saying that, I'm still looking for a trial or something to dig up this one right here. I'm looking, y'all. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, so I went and got me a little scooper. And I literally just want to see if there is any more potatoes in here, because this bag said, my sign, oh, I do see something else. My sign said, look at that. Look at that, that's a nice size. I done moved the basket over here. My sign said January 7th, and I know I pulled most of the potatoes since January 7th, and I actually got a pretty decent harvest, except for, like I said, I had plenty of grubs. So I'm gonna take out some of this straw because I do reuse the straw. I don't like the straw as much. I guess maybe when it's newer, because then it has all the seeds, but this straw is fairly old. Look, y'all, I found more potatoes. I found a potato here, a nice potato here. So yeah, I mean, and again, you see how pretty this soil is? This soil is really good. This is a soil that if I have any extra peppers, I would probably, and also what I'm doing, y'all, I'm also taking it off the sides of the bag when I'm mixing it like this. I'm also taking it off the sides of the bag. So anything that may have been left, like on the sides, or anything like, you know, the side of the bag may be a little more dry than the rest of the bag. So I'm also mixing the soil to keep it fresh. I'm gonna probably just add a couple of amendments in here and put something else in this bag. This soil is really good. Oop, found another potato. Found another one. The zucchini over here is doing so good. He's doing so good. When I put a couple of the zucchinis out, I didn't think they was gonna make it because I had them in my greenhouse, and I kept trying to figure out for my new greenhouse the best soil to use in it. What is this? Oh, that looked like a piece of garlic or something. Yeah, looks like garlic. If it's not garlic, it could be a flower bulb. I don't know. It's not hurting nothing. So I think that might be all for this bed. But like I said, look at that soil, y'all. It's so good. So all I'm gonna do is pat it down like this for now. I'm gonna leave it open because this lets me know that there's nothing in there. I'm gonna add some amendments, which is either my I think I got like a 10-10-10 maybe, or like a 6-5-5 or something of that nature. It's a slow release. I'm gonna add that in there. I may have some more blood or bone meal. If I do, I'll probably add a little bit in there. And depending on how my day go, I may put a bell pepper or something in there, or one of the peppers that I have in there. Let's go on. Let's see what's. So like I said, this bed, it's already, can y'all see that? Yeah. This is one of my big beds. This is one of the ones that I had the garlic and stuff in. So I did feed this bed really, really well. I fed this bed really, really well. And then I put some Minnesota Yukon Golds in here on my birthday on 5/22. And I already had a potato growing in here. Can y'all see that? So I went ahead and left it. No need for me to interrupt it. It's not ready. So all I did was add more. And I'll probably have my boy just add a little more soil in here just as well. So we're doing good there. All right. Over here, I'll probably start just pulling stuff. I'm gonna raise you guys up just a tad because I want to make sure y'all can see everything. At least try to. But I'll start on this side. The muscadines are doing really, really good over here. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got some nice sized garlics. At this point, I feel like we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and let, like I said, everything sit. Nice. I've been getting some really, really good garlics. And I think one of the big parts that plays is the fact that when it was the off seasons, when I didn't have much going on in here, I was composting in place. I would just take my food scraps. So for those who's still learning along with me, compost in place is basically where I was taking all my food scraps and stuff and just throwing them straight into the garden bed. I'll dig a hole, throw the scraps in, whether that was coffee, eggshells. Now sometimes I'll grind these things up together as a mush. Coffee, eggshells, fruits and things that we might be eating, celery, apples, peaches, anything that we would purchase or be eating and that was no longer good to us. I would grind it up and then I would dig a nice hole and I'll put it in there. Also what I was doing was I was putting worms. I would go to Wally World and that's the only place I know that have worms. And I would throw some worms in here just as well as my compost bins and things like that. And I want to say I also did put some fresh compost. This is my tot soy that's going to seed, that has gone to seed, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that because tot soy is actually pretty good. And as y'all can see, the bees just came over here. They love it. They love it, so we let them have their way. Got a couple of things over here. Look, this is what I mean by the bugs will eat my onions. Y'all see that? So, not mad. I just throw it in the compost. I have 2 compost bins. So I have 2 compost bins, and then I have a trash can that I did like all the weeds and stuff. And I want to see if they break down real good, and then I can use those to repurpose. And but those like scraps and stuff, I've been just putting those in the compost bins. The other thing with the grass and the weeds, only thing I put in there is grass and the weeds. The grapes are actually looking good over here. I don't know what to really expect too much, but they're looking good. Grab these onions. And what I also realize is over here gets really good sun, but it doesn't get that hot beet sun. Look at these onions. They're nice size. They are a nice size. Again, this is normally everybody says wait till they fall over and the neck gets soft. But as you can tell, the bugs, something is in there eating my onions. So I think this is a nice size to let it cure. And that's a nice little onion. So I'm gonna stay on this side because I think you guys can see me from this side right now. And then when I swap to that side, I'll change y'all. We got some fennel. This look like fennel. That's not fennel. That's weed. So fennel and or any you could dill. You could smell it. That's a weed. That's a weed. Okay, my peppers are doing okay. Squash. I think this is a marigold. I believe this is a marigold. But I'm gonna take the picture. Let me bring you guys closer. I'm gonna take a picture of that because sometimes it looks like something, like you would think it's something, but it's not. And then the whole time you're nurturing a weed, which is crazy. So this one right here, I think it's a marigold. I can't smell anything, but I think this is a marigold, so I want to leave it. I got some peppers over here. I have some, I think this is a cantaloupe that I've been trying to get finally to start vining up. Again, this weather's been so crazy, y'all, that a lot of stuff that would normally just would be doing their best, it's struggling a little bit. It really is. And that's okay. We just take our time. We just take our time with everything. My rosemary is still doing good. More peppers. I got a couple of jalapenos that looks really, really good. Let's see if it's ready. It's not ready. So the way I see if it's ready, you see how I just flip it up? Maybe you can't. Hold on. All right, that might be better. You see for here, when I flip it up, if I flip it up right here and it doesn't just pop off, that means it's not ready. The corn is corning. The corn is corning. Again, we've been having so many storms that this one, now I have 2 more beds. This one started to fall over a little bit because of the wind, but it's still holding on. I have a couple of, look, silks. I have a whole bunch of tassels around it, so I'm going to hope that it do what it does. I don't want to have to come out here and try to get a paper and put it in and then pour it in there. I really want nature to do what it needs to do. Let me also show you this. My cucumbers were doing really, really well. I think I have another one of them big grasshoppers because, baby, them things came and chopped me up. Them things are eating this thing up. I have a couple on here. That's a bug. I have a couple on here. Looks like some little bugs. But the issue is, even though I have a couple on here, something is eating the main growth stem, which means it's not gonna grow out anymore. It can't. There's nothing there. But it may come off a side shoot. So I'm not troubling it any. I'm just seeing what it does. Because if it throws out another sucker, then it's fine. It can continue to grow and do what it needs to do. I'm just not sure if it's an animal or if it's one of them grasshoppers. I think it's the grasshopper. Now I will say this. I've gotten 3 cucumbers off of this one already. So I'm not upset. If I can get more, of course I would love to. I am watching it. There's a bug. There's all type of bugs, and I don't want to mess with them because, again, sometimes Mother Nature handles her own stuff. I definitely want to do some weeding up in this corner. I need to do some weeding on. So this is what I mean by, unfortunately, my neighbor, he got his hill right here, so all of his weeds and stuff is coming across. So I just pull them and get them out of here. No problem at all. Like I said, he's a great person. I really, really appreciate him. I got some beans in here. Looks like It doesn't look like it's being eaten, but it also don't look like it's doing its best. You see that? But it's cool. Like I said, I do see a lot of silks, so I'm excited about that. On this side, I have a watermelon that's finally coming out. Look at this. Can y'all see that? Let's see. Right here. Okay. Right here, I got a nice watermelon coming out. I think this is one of my Charlestons. I got some, oh, I didn't realize I have quite a bit of peppers. Quite a bit of tomatoes over here. This is my brown jalapeno, which is holding pretty strong. I might need to get it a cage, but right now it's holding strong on its own. Oh, I got a bell right here. This is a small bell. It's still edible, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm taking this off just because this one I just picked up because it keeps flopping over. So I want to take a little bit of the weight off. Let me see if you can. I want to take a little bit of the weight off so it can continue to get larger if it can. But this is a nice sized pepper. I can use this in my eggs and everything. So nothing goes to waste. Nothing goes to waste. Looking, I've actually have a pretty decent harvest already. And I still, again, I didn't even get to the other side. I only got one side right now. These are still doing good. They're just growing. I think I'm gonna pull this. Oh look, this wasn't even in the ground really. But that's what I mean by sometimes the bugs and stuff with the weather. But it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. I'm going to go ahead and take it, y'all. Funny note. So I guess I'll show you when I get down there. I didn't realize there were so many tomatoes on this one right here. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize there were so many tomatoes on there. There's quite a bit. Bring you on down. Bring you on down without crashing and burning into everything. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this onion right here. Because again, I definitely think that, look at that. It's a grub. It's a grub, y'all, which does not make me happy. But we're gonna get that, baby, and we're gonna go ahead and give it to the chickens. I feed everybody around here. I feed them all. And this sucker is actually on the move already. But no, sir, you won't get away from me. So again, sometimes when your stuff is not doing its best, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one. It could be because of, unfortunately, things like growth and stuff. You got all type of different pests that could be out here doing damage. And again, I forget what bug actually lays the grubs. But when you just repurpose your soil, sometimes that's what happens. They lay eggs and stuff, and you won't know. You won't know until moments like this. And again, that's okay. Oh, I got all type of mushrooms in my peppermint. So what I will do right now, I just want to dig around a little bit to see if I see any more grubs. Now my soil, this soil is amazing. I'm just trying to see on the surface part, like just digging a little bit, will I find a whole bunch of grubs? Because again, I got stuff growing over here, so I don't want to disturb any of the roots. I got carrots, which is surprisingly because I've had these carrots in for a while. Let's pull one. Holy smokes. Look at that, y'all. I've had these carrots in for a while. Since February. Look at that. Let's go. This makes me so happy. So y'all know I'm gonna pull some more. Let's go. That is a nice size carrot, man. Oh man, I'm excited about that. Again, feeding your soil, feeding your soil. I talk about it all the time. I don't just feed my plants, I try to feed the soil. But look at this one, y'all. Still a nice size. It's a little wonky, but let me tell you why it's wonky. When I'm composting in place, there's all type of things in it. So the soil still have maybe rocks, or maybe not rocks, but wood chips and stuff like that. So when the straight taproot go down, if it bumps into something, it'll curve or anything. And sometimes it'll send out another leg, right, another taproot to try to get energy, and it probably ran into something else. But guess what, baby? This one is gonna get eaten too. Still a nice size. I'm very, very excited about this, y'all. Very, very excited. Oh no, y'all, my grub got away. Oh, I found him. My grub tried to get away, y'all. He tried it. He failed. No, he didn't. I know he lying. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull these. Holy smokes. Ah, look at this beautiful thing. Look at this beautiful thing. Oh my God. Listen. This is what makes you garden. The results. Look at this. You can't tell me this ain't better than the stores. And I could be like, I grew this from seed. Yes. Listen. Let's go. That baby is beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the only bad part about this, not bad. Let me stop me saying bad. It's not bad. It's my lazy moment. And my lazy moment is, I got to go ahead in the house and get all this stuff now. Oh, another one. So y'all know I'm going to put some more seeds back over here, right? I'm going to replenish this soil, and I will be adding more seeds. So this one, and this was a Dollar General version. I put DG. That lets me know like where I got the seeds from. This one says DG carrots. Let's go. What up, Doc? Ow. Yes. So I want to put some more. And I'm also looking at, so one of the other good things, I keep stirring this grub up, because as long as I keep turning him up, he get in the boil, he won't try to go nowhere. Let me see. What I also want to say is I look at the dates, because you're not sure. Sometimes I don't know, and I'm still very new to growing carrots. So because I'm not sure how long they really take to do what they do, when I put the date, and now that I've pulled it, so this date says 2/12. Today is, I think, the 25th or the 26th. Today is Tuesday, the day after Memorial's Day. And happy Memorial's Day to everyone. So that's not long. That's not long at all. Just a couple of months. So that makes me happy. That makes me real happy. Now I know a couple of months will do it just fine. So I'm not just gonna pull. I'm looking to see. Okay, look at this. Look. I don't care about, like, let me say, I don't care about the thickness. I do care, but it's still a nice sized carrot, y'all. And guess what? I'm gonna chop them up and I'm gonna put them in the freezer. I'm going to chop it and put it in the freezer, which also makes me curious about carrots that I got grown on the other side just as well, because I was in a stage of, again, I'm going to grow my own stuff. I don't want to have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. So look at this one. This one got legs. Very, very cool. The stuff that I don't want to have to purchase is the stuff that if I can grow it, I will. So carrots was one of my things, because I used to love eating carrots. I used to love eating carrots by itself, just with maybe some ranch, or just eat it by itself. But I don't know, just, and it's not even like carrots are very expensive, but again, something, if I'm spending $2-3 on carrots when I can grow it, and I know that they're gonna be really good, I'd rather just grow it. It's another nice size onion. Now I will say, I do think that my heavy feeders like onions and garlic are slowing down some of the progress of some of the other stuff. Y'all, I did not expect to have this much I didn't expect to have this much food ready. So we got carrots. Like I said, I think I'm gonna throw some more carrots down in here. I have a red pepper right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. So funny part, let me tell y'all, my boy's gonna be so mad because he gotta put this stuff away for curing for me. Okay, can y'all see this? Let me show you this, my back. Oh, y'all see that? So I've had about 4 of these. I covered them thinking, okay, I'm gonna keep them safe from the vine borer. The ones that I thought I was keeping safe died. The one I left alone, they're doing fine without me. Look at that. All of these. And there were so many more. But again, I was thinking, oh crap. Oh, he didn't get away. I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna cover them. But what happened is some of them got big. So I thought they were pollinated and they weren't. I thought they were pollinated and it weren't. And they wound up dying on the vine. So I was like, let nature just do what it does. And all I've been doing is just coming in and just looking underneath the leaves and stuff and making sure I haven't seen any of the little any aphids or any squash vine borer or anything that just don't supposed to be on that doggone thing. And I'll be honest with you, I did it to this one and the one that I have across the way, and both of them did so much better without me bothering them. So, lesson learned, leave the dang on plants alone, let them do what they need to do. So, I'm going to see, this is a weed, I'm going to see if me pulling all the onions and stuff right now, if that's going to help the beds also grow better, because it's less to fight with. It's more energy for the other stuff. Yeah, so I have quite a bit. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, I didn't pull this garlic. I didn't pull this garlic right here. Oh, nice. Nice. I also know that I don't do as much videos of harvesting and stuff, and I figured I want to get better at that. Now I'm going to show you this. I think the bugs might have gotten that one. Ooh. So this is what I mean about the bugs. Look, you see how the bugs ate that whole onion, and I realized it could look, my tops are gone. So the bugs ate that one. Again, we're just going to put it in the compost, but I am going to see, I dig a little bit just to see. It could have just been, I just left it too long, you know. So the soil seems really good. It could have been also, when it gets too wet, I think that plays a part. So that's what I'm saying, like I'm going to go ahead and pull them, because I feel like when they get too wet and mushy, that's when they become a little more vulnerable to the damage. So, but that's okay. Praise God. We got a lot of food over here, y'all. I'm a little like excited and sad, like I said, because that means now I gotta start getting this stuff together. So this is this other side. You know, I said I was gonna do one side and then come back on this side. So just looking at this side again, I think the biggest thing is, or was, that everything was, now this, I know these beds should have plenty of worms because I was composting in place and I was just throwing all type of worms in here. But I'm gonna see now if the peppers and stuff, I'm gonna pull this onion also, if the peppers and stuff do better now that I'm pulling all the onions. Now, I will say, I don't like the beds looking naked, but what I will do is I will probably have my boy come in and give all of these some more soil. I don't like the height of the soil. I feel like the beds are really low. Yeah, I just don't like it. I feel like, so these beds I did compost And then I did the lasagna method. So I know that one, when I throw more soil in here for my tomatoes, it's going to grow out more roots, which also should give me more fruit. These tomatoes been doing really, really good. Sometimes I see weird stuff on it, and I gotta make sure it's not nothing that is harming the plant. But it'll give me more roots, and more roots means also give me stronger fruit, more fruit. Again, this one has split on me too. That's why I've been trying to trellis it up on here. So one thing I also learned is, not learned, but learned from my mistake. When I first set these trellis, I've set them pretty high when I should have probably set them a lot lower, because if you see how much space I have in between, now I need something to help it get up there. So until it gets up there, I have to try to baby it, really, for the most part. But they're doing good. But again, that's the thing, when as you do things and you learn from it. And that's one of the things I've learned. I may later on, like once everything die back, probably in the fall or so, not the fall, maybe like towards winter, I may try to lower these a little bit, just so this is where the arch starts. We have all of this area right here. You can't see that, what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Hold on. Okay, here we go. You see where I have this? Because all of this is nothing but space. So I put this here to help now with things to get up. And I did that to the first three, because these were my first three arches. But now that I found some aphids. Hold on. No, not aphids. I found some, I'll show you. Vine borer. Not vine borer, these eggs. So, yeah. Keep an eye out on your garden, y'all, because I will be looking for these all on my squash and my zucchini. I would not have been looking for those on my tomatoes. And those was actually on my tomatoes. So those are the, what is those? They're not the stink bugs, but they're the ones that sucks your sap from your plants from the inside. Yeah, so now I'm gonna be looking at my tomatoes even closer, just to make sure that that's not, because they probably figured I'm onto them. So I've been keeping them off my squash, but that one was literally on my tomato. But that's why I try to come out every day, not every day, every other day or so, and try to check on everything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna show you my harvest, and then I'm gonna take me a break. It's early in the morning. I need to finish some coffee. I need to probably harvest on the other side, because I definitely feel like, hey guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, I want to say thank you. I hit 500 subscribers, and let me tell you, when I tell you I was yelling and screaming and jumping, I was so excited. But I just want to take the time to say thank you to everyone who liked, subscribed, and even shared my videos. Again, this is just what I do. This is not anything that you're supposed to do or have to do. This is just what I do in my garden, and I appreciate you coming along, watching the journey, giving me compliments, and or giving me suggestions. Shout out to David. And I say this just because there's so many times he's not scared to tell me, hey Jess, don't do that, do this, don't do that, do that. So shout out to you, David. Thank you for always just tapping my hand, say, don't do that. He told me, Jess, don't pull that doggone garlic, keep that garlic in there longer. And I did, and I got a lot more bigger bulbs because of that. It was a couple of things he's told me, like, hey, quit doing that. Watermelon, quit doing that. We in watermelon wars. But and I got a lot of stuff growing, but he's been on me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you that shows me love and tell me, oh, try this, do this. And that's what I want y'all to do, because we're growing together. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe, comment. Each one teach one. And then I just want to show you this, and then I'm gonna see you next time. Look at that, y'all. Look at the harvest. Look at that harvest, y'all. I am grateful, forever grateful and thankful. Okay, thank you again, and until next time, bye.